tuning into TheLeague.com. I'm here with Nickelus F, one of the best rappers in Virginia, and in my opinion, one of the best rappers in America. Stay tuned for this interview. I'm glad to finally meet you. I'm a big fan of the music over these years. I was just wondering, what are the origins of your name, Nick Fury and Nickelus F? And why do you use Nickelus F today?
Well, I got Nick Fury from the comic book. Like, when I was a kid, my dad had this friend who he used to recruit with. And he had this huge comic book collection, and he turned his basement into kind of like a little mini comic book store. So kids from the neighborhood, we would go in there and get them. And I had a few Nick Fury comic books, and I was in high school trying to come up with a name. You know, I just kind of stumbled upon Nick Fury. But I tried to, like a few years later, I tried to copyright it and get rights to the name, and I couldn't because Marvel still owned it. So yeah, tried to be smart, but they were smart. So you know, I just changed it to Nickelus F for formal purposes, but I'll still say Nick Fury. Same way my man said Johnny Believe a Ghostface and Tony Stark. So.
Okay, so I assume you don't have a plan on going back to Nick Fury. Even for the battle rapping?
Well, yeah, it's not like I won't go back to it, because I'll still use it. I may refer to myself as Nick Fury, or like I'll write from a Nick Fury standpoint, like with aggressive content. You know what I'm saying? That's Nick Fury. You know what I mean? It's that style. So.
What was the experience coming up in the game, you know, through freestyle battles on the Source and BET's 106 & Park?
I mean, it was battling is funny. It's like boxing. You know, it's like it's a thing of matchups. And the thing that's wild about battling is it's not like we're making songs here. It's not like you could technically be a better MC, but at the end of the day, you can get hit with a haymaker just like in boxing. Wow. You can do all that training and all of that, but somebody could get a lucky sucker punch in and you be on the canvas. Yeah. It's the same thing with battle rapping. You could be crushing somebody for 2 rounds, and in the 3rd round, they just throw some random line, and boom, like everything you said is forgot about. So, I mean, battle rapping is fun, you know. That's gladiator. And I mean, that's not music. That's gladiators. You know what I mean? We're out there to dominate. You know what I mean? So, it is fun. Like, you know, that's how we came up. High school, you know, at the basketball games, the football games. The other schools came to my school. Their best rapper was facing me. I was facing, you know what I mean? That's what we did. It's how we kind of established a pecking order. So,
I remember a very early freestyle you said, I'm Tyson like Mike, and you're Tyson like Chicken. Yeah. I mean, that was classic.
Yeah, that battle came random. Like, that was back in the day when, like nowadays, nobody's just gonna catch me like that. Like, yeah, you gotta battle this dude. No, I don't gotta battle nobody. I did that. I don't gotta do that. But that was, you know, I was younger, I was hungrier, and I didn't really feel like doing it. But there's a whole bunch of people there, and then, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't gonna be called out and not show up. So
you're definitely talented. We're great that you contribute to hip hop in general.
Yeah,
you're a great lyricist. Well, what made you choose to pursue rap?
Rap, I mean, it just kind of like, it was natural. I mean, it just kind of happened. I wrote my first rhyme when I was in 4th grade. I started consistently writing in 6th grade when LL Cool J, Hey Lover came out. That beat came out, like, so I wrote my first song to that. I didn't really start taking rap seriously, though, until I was 17. You know, I went to Source Unsigned Hype Battle in my city. And that's when, you know, I started meeting managers and people started coming around. And, you know, and then that's when I started really looking at it like, okay, this is something I might do. I mean, I went to college for a year, and then I said I was going to drop out and pursue music. Said I would go right back in a year or 2. And I woke up, and it was about 8 years later. I was like, man, time went fast. You know what I mean? So we've come too far to turn back now. So.
Yeah. Well, you have a great trajectory of music. You have plenty of material out there that proves that you're a talented lyricist. What artists has had the biggest influence on your career?
It's hard to pick like one artist because so many people have had an influence on me and just like my style and the way I view music and certain songs. But if I had to pick one, the typical answer would be Jay-Z. But I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you can't deny greatness. And like, he paved the way, and he set milestones and just showed like, yo, you could take it from here and do this with it. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I'm a big fan of your collaborations with Drake. How do you guys initially meet him? Are there any other Drake collaborations on Will?
Yeah, that happened real simple. It was just MySpace. It was a random. I had no idea who he was at the time. I didn't know nothing about the TV show, nothing. It was just a message in my MySpace box. He wanted to do a record. It was a Money record that he did. We did the remix to it. We sent it over. I did it. That was our very first time working together. And after that, we just kept in touch and started working together. I mean, and yeah, there's definitely a chance of future work.
I've heard that you not only write for yourself but for others. Who have you written for?
I have worked with other people, but that's like, it's not necessarily something I just wanted to be putting out there like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean, that's like between me and who, but it's not all rap. Like, I've worked with singers, neo soul singers, and all different types of people.
How was it like growing up in a military family?
Military family is interesting. We moved around a lot, like every 3 years. I've been all over the place, from Portland, Oregon.
That must have been tough for you, but I'm sure you met a lot of people.
Yeah, we met a lot of people. It put me on, it taught me how to get along with people easily. And it helped shape my personality and the type of person I am. And being approachable, and just being able to speak. Just being able to speak with people.
Okay.
It's interesting. Moved a lot. It was fun. Okay, takes good care of you too. I could always go to the doctor. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry if I heard something. We can go right on base and get taken care of.
What did you learn from that experience with your family relocating so often, and how would you apply that to your family now?
It talks about being tight. With like our immediate family was very tight. I didn't grow up around a lot of cousins, aunts, uncles.
Okay.
We saw them. We would all get up. We would make it a point, for the family to get together. But I didn't grow up with them a lot. So like I never really went to school with any cousins or anything like that. So me, my sister, my mom, and my father was what we had. You know what I mean? When we moved to West Virginia for 3 years, and I was the only black kid in my high school. The only black boy in my school at the time, middle school. Like, that's tough. You know what I mean? But I had, and it was just us. You know what I mean? That's what we had. So that tight knit, that unity is the same thing I apply to my family. Just remember that this is our unity.
So I just want to talk a little bit more about your work, and I thank you for sharing your experience and for being such a great contributor to hip hop. I know you have a great mixtape coming up. It's called Season Premiere, and you initially released it, and it was all over the web. And you're coming up with a deluxe mixtape, a deluxe version with extra songs, which is just sweet. It just makes the pot sweeter. How does Season Premiere differ from your previous projects?
Season Premiere is different from my other projects because it's a complete body of songs. Like a lot of my older projects was a lot of exhibition rap, freestyles, concept projects, mashup records and stuff like that. But I've always was focused on like song making. But I just won't. My mind was elsewhere. Like it's like the idea of a mixtape for a while was different than what it is now. Now it's like, yo, let me put my best stuff on here. But in the past, it was kind of like, put some freestyles, put some throwaways, know what I mean, you put it all together, you call it a mixtape, and you hold your best songs for your supposed album that no one ever really puts out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that was kind of like the approach to my older tapes. Although I like them, you know what I mean, I like them all, but this is like.
So would you consider this your best material?
Yeah. I feel it's my best overall, you know, presentation to the people because, I mean, it has a focal point and a general theme throughout the whole CD. I mean, you get to see what I am, what I'm about, and so forth.
What producers did you use for season premiere?
I use a lot of up and coming producers. Elite is one of the biggest names on there. He's incredibly talented. He reached out. I worked with Stephen Skeeter, and he's a guy that I just met at one of my shows. He came up, had a CD for me. As soon as I got out the show, put it in the deck, you know what I mean, found one on there and started going in on it. So we ended up establishing a good working relationship where he would be able to he would get a sample. The thing I like about Skeeter, he's like one of them dirty crate digging producers. So you go to his studio, he got the records lined up and he pulled them joints out, he put it on, loads it into the MPC, you know what I mean, chops it up. So Skeeter will chop up a sample and just send it to me. No drums, no nothing else, just a sample and just have that joint looping through. And I'll take it and I'll listen to it, and if it works, I can write a whole song to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll write a whole song to it, bridge, hook, all that, and just send him the acapella. And he'll take that acapella and just redo the whole beat behind it, and then send it back to me. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So
that's interesting. I was going to ask you about your writing process in the studio. Mm-hmm. I've actually heard that you don't write at all. Is that true?
Yeah. If I want to write, I write. Sometimes I write. I mean, it's not like I'm not one of those guys who's like, yo, I don't write, I don't need to, I'm never going to. Sometimes I do. You know what I mean?
I was a little curious because it was.
It's something that
it's
something we've been doing for years. That's why I say, I'm not that impressed with it because a lot of my closest homies, they all write like that. That's I got it from my homie JR. In high school, he was doing it. I was in 11th grade. Back then, I was writing every single day. He used to just come off the head with all this, all the time. But I mean, it's I put a beat on. I let it go. I loop it till my ears bleed. It just goes. And I think, I think about what mood, what space the beat puts me in. When I hear a beat, I see colors. I see sometimes I'll see an orange or a red or a blue or a green. That'll affect the mood or the memories that I think of when I hear the beat. And then, you just kind of just construct it. You just talk it out. You know what I mean? Just put it on and just talk it out. You know what I mean? And then it just comes together.
That's crazy.
And just keep it natural. I'm not the type to force anything. Somebody can be yo, this beat is crazy. You need to do it. You should use this type. You know what I mean? And I can try it, but if it's not natural, then I'm not gonna rock with it. Every time I try to force something, I didn't like it. It may be cool, there may be a few good lines in there, but it didn't have that feeling behind it. And so that's why I like to force records. That it's if a beat can just get me in a mood and I can just blurt off something and it come out hot, and that's the genre I work with.
It's interesting because you take it behind the creation process of music, but there's a lot of people now in the industry that are giving away music for free. So it seems like there's a lot of hard work being put behind the actual creation of the song. But yeah, people are giving it out for free. I'm just wondering what are your opinions on the dramatic changes going on within the music industry as a whole?
As a whole, I'm happy with the way music is going. The thing with giving out the free music, that's just something you gotta do. For real, for me, it's about being heard and my message getting out there because
that's how we feel. That's what we feel at the beat.
Yeah, I'm not just rattling off a whole bunch of BS. I'm taking the time to try and convey a message to people, a message of, you know what I mean, persistence and dedication. You can get what you want out here, because there's so many people that don't have any inspiration. Think about it. All right, everybody in this room has a drive to do something. That's why we're here. Whether it's in journalism or artistry, whatever. We have something to wake up for every day. We have something that gets us up and we're focused on something. But there are tons of people that wake up and have no idea what they're living for. They have no dreams. They don't see no way. They don't really believe that they can get that. And if you can't wake up and have a reason to wake up and have something to go get every single day, that's a sad life. You know what I mean? So my music
it's all about progression.
Yeah, and that's why I like my music. If the general theme is always envision something, see something for yourself that you want, and wake up and be obsessed with that. Have something, and that's just, you know, that's what the whole point of it is for me. So giving it out free isn't an issue because I want it to be heard. There's other ways to get the money. You know what I mean? Because there's so many other people giving music out for free. Why pay for this dude that you don't even know when your favorite artist is giving you music for free?
So I also agree. I agree. I mean, if the fan supports the music, they're gonna be there at that concert. They're gonna, you know, they're always gonna be there for the artist.
And that's what I want. Like I want, you know, we put the music out. We're gonna let it marinate for a while before we do the shows. I want people to be able to soak it in. You know what I mean? And really rock with it. And you know, we're gonna come party, have a good time with it.
What's something that the fans don't know about you? Like, do you enjoy, is there something that you enjoy doing while online?
I like blows, man. My life is crazy. Like for real. Like, alright, you know, I doing the music full speed ahead. I got twin girls that I had last year. They had full speed ahead. I have a house that I own, so I have to work full time, full speed ahead. So when I get any time to relax, I'm relaxing, y'all. I'm relaxed, you know what I mean? Trying to watch a movie. And if I get some time, I might try to go bowling or something. You know, I'm doing a little bit of that. I'm not good enough. I work at it.
I thought you challenging me there.
I mean, I'm down to play though. I'm down to play. I want to back away, but.
Can you explain like your concept behind aggressive content? I love that video.
Aggressive Content was just a fun record. When I was making season premiere, like I said, I wanted to have a positive, you know what I mean, type of feel to it. My manager was like, yo, like, cause I was doing a lot of references. We did like 75, 80 records, and we picked 16, so I was doing a lot of records, and I knew I wanted certain concepts and themes, so it seemed like, you know, I was doing the same song over and over. So he was like, yo, man, this shit's all seeming soft, yo. We need something hard, yo. We need some aggressive content. That was literally the term he used. I'm like, okay, all right, I got something for you. And that was just one I just wrote one day. It was just fun. I took it back to high school. Like some of the actual lyrics and lines that I used from high school. So
you took it back to the battle days.
Yeah, it was just a fun record. Just to talk about some wild stuff.
What about Fueled Up? I mean, that's one of the first tracks on season premiere, and I love that song.
Fueled Up is kind of like, it's a snapshot of life last winter, you know what I mean, in 2009. And it's kind of like, if you think of season premiere as like a movie, then Fueled Up would be that opening scene, like in a horror movie. You know, a horror movie opens up, you got your opening credits, some ghastly scene happens, somebody gets murdered or whatever happens, and then it like fades out, and you get the credits coming up, and then the people, the sun is out and everything. That's kind of what Fueled Up is. It's kind of like alone in the kitchen, eyes look inside me, trying to paint a picture, like this is dark, this is all that's going on, this is why I'm doing the music, like I got my kids, I got the, you know what I mean, all of this. Spew it all out. This is what it's about. I'm fueled up. This is why I'm fueled up. echo, 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 and then, then it goes into the formal. Then it goes into the formal introduction with the sun. Well, hello, hello. How was? I mean, that's what that is. It's kind of like the mood set.
Cool. So, Nick Fury, I'd like to thank you again for doing this interview with Believe.com. We look forward to your mixtape season premiere coming out in July.
Yeah.
We were just wondering, how can we find out more about you? Where can we reach you?
You can reach me on Twitter at Nickelus F. That's NICKELUSF. Check the website, nickelusf.com. Facebook, Nickelus Fury, Google, Wikipedia, whatever. I'm easy to reach, real easy to reach. If you got beats, make some new music at gmail.com. Check it every day. Send me an MP3 so I can listen to it immediately. Always working.
Thank you again.
No doubt.
That's why I'm the world champion. That's why this one coat cost $800 and that cost $200. And I don't know what that cost. I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch, and I got a limousine sitting out there a mile long with 25 women just died. So there you go. Woo, woo.
Aggressive content, beats knock your neck out of alignment. Paralyzed while I maneuver, such a Heimlich. I ain't happy till I make deposits. This ain't DOA, this is that to everything that ain't my shit. Curse you lanes, you burn in flames. My black cloud moves in and drops a purple rain. Nigga, your wind's low, cause you got that herbal frame. I'm such a Kimbo, leave my friends hurt and pain. You wanna talk about focused, I'm the word renamed. I'm like a vampire staring at a Virgo's vein. Out Dracula massacre, every track that I'm rapping, I got them scrambling out of here like an Arabic traveler. You don't wanna go to war with an animal, bet I throw you so hard you land in Madagascar, shattering all of Africa. No comment for the nonsense, even the pretty girls love my aggressive content.
Let me go on record and telling the whole world you are the greatest on the face of this earth. But pal, today, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man.
Aggressive content, ain't nobody wilder than sun. Nigga, I'm raw, put my black and mild out on my tongue. Stand tall, never see me do a cowardly run. Only time I crossed on an ambush, crouching to hunt. I was a bad little boy, quite moody at first. Had a hard time not staring at the booties in church. And I was fully immersed, I was going every Sunday. Texting on my two-way, driving up a one-way, heading for a collision. Dreading what's ahead from all the sin and exploring the world, lost my religion. Big lake of fire, everybody swimming. Oh, how we forget about the ending. But it's so hard to walk straight and narrow and keep your eye on the sparrow when these wolves right in front of you with their bow and arrows aiming at your apple, but get your arm hit. Even the church folk love my aggressive content.
The name under my name is champion. It makes me the best in the world. And nobody is going to claim to be the world heavyweight champion until he goes through me. Y'all out there, take a good look at what's going on.
Aggressive content, sliver tongue Scorpio, sun scorching. The horseman spitting out dastardly tales of torment. You think you hard, but how bad are you when skeleton bones reassemble right in front of you and come after you? Rich city wasteland, survival in the ruins. So we be getting stoned like Bible executions. High, seeing illusions, act stupid. I'll be swinging the Excalibur sword with the boulder still attached to it. Yeah, gargoyle in a jogging suit, crouched in the parking deck waiting beside your car for you. Horrible to me, everybody's a lamb chop. The brown recluse spider lurking in the sandbox. Watch your toes, watch your feet, and get your children. I crawled into your shoe, waiting for your foot to slip in. Fatally bitten, soon as we make contact. Even the gothic love my aggressive content. Where my mind went.
Pop it out, pop it out, pop it out.
Fresh lungs, fresh perspective.
Pop it out, pop it out.
And it's
Pop it out.